Jennings, Chairman of the Board, Father Paul, our President, Father Horn, our Headmaster, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. During the course of our senior year, newspaper headlines have been filled with history-making events that have shaped our lives and will continue to impact the lives of those yet to be born. The economic bailout of European nations, the killing of Osama bin Laden, the earthquake and tsunami that ravaged Japan. But of these headlines, there was one that drew my attention more than these others, because it has lessons in it for us all. What is now being called the Arab Spring is about the uprisings of youth against the totalitarian regimes that have existed since the late 20th century. Young Arabs are not sitting back and accepting the intolerable denial of what we in the United States call inalienable rights. In an op-ed piece in the New York Times, Thomas L. Friedman wrote an interesting reflection on the overthrow of Hosni Mubarak, former president of Egypt. He states that going forward, Egypt will be hampered by its poor educational system. Under Mubarak, schools were devoid of any ideas that would challenge his authority. It was through the work of social networks that the rebellion gained impetus, and now the country lacks the academic resources to bring about a thorough and efficient reform of the society. This intrigues me because I think it gives us the opportunity to ask, what do we expect of our educational system? We are always told that we are the future, and it's so cliche, but in the next few weeks, future authors, artists, politicians, engineers, inventors, and doctors will graduate from high schools across the country. A strong education prepares us with spiritual, moral, and material knowledge that will help us move society in a positive direction. We are expected to help society move forward. Our schools need to instill in us a code of ethics, while also providing us with knowledge and showing us the value of faith, so that we may do what is expected of us. As the future of our nation, we require a better, more functional system of education if this country is to move in the right direction. Otherwise, we will become just another Egypt. While I am not an educator nor have I read much in the field, I can offer to you and the world at large a reflection on the last 4 years that might offer a solution to the growing chorus of dissenters that are predicting the demise of the American educational system. Here at the Prep, we are able to enjoy the relaxed, conducive atmosphere that fosters creative growth, which many other institutions can only appreciate from afar. This ambiance is what bridges the gap between education and school that Mark Twain spoke about when he said, "I never let schooling get in the way of my education." With this atmosphere, a full education can be attained. But how can we create this educationally enriching environment outside of Richmond? How can we make this environment available for the wider world of education? To answer this, we need to know what makes a classroom experience more than a teacher writing on a board and students taking notes. The classes that were most successful in my educational experiences were not the ones in which we were treated as individuals, but rather as a cohesive, organic body. The classroom needs to be one body of students, created by individuals working towards a common goal of learning. This sense of unity while maintaining individuality is important for all students so that they may mature into adults. And this cohesiveness must be created by each school individually. At the Prep, we do this. We are all part of a brotherhood, which is reestablished each year through all of our school events. From the brotherhood ceremony that we attended for the first time in September of 2007 to this commencement exercise today. Through the brotherhood, we create this unity, as if we are all fish, coming together to form a school. In short, it's not size that matters, rather the cohesiveness of the body that does. It is understandable that schools need to require certain topics to be studied. Although there were many days when I sat in the classes and said to myself, why are we studying this? When am I ever going to use this stuff? I realize now that we need building blocks for a firm foundation. While making sure we had the rudiments of learning, our Prep teachers never restricted our quest for more, better, greater, and different ideas. The issue is not the foundation. Rather, it is to make sure we construct a mansion and not a prison. Schools need to allow each student to feed his or her own intellectual curiosity so that he may find his or her passion. For this to happen, mutual respect is needed between student and teacher. Classroom discussions need to be just that, discussion between seekers of truth. Through this mutual respect, different perspectives are seen and different angles are seen. Only then can the tree of curiosity begin to sprout with its roots in the classroom. Besides this need for a cohesive organic body and the free exchange of ideas, the last reform that is needed in our school is awareness of the world around us. This is not awareness in the sense of cognition, rather awareness in how one person can impact the life of another. All of the graduates were involved in social service, through completing their Caritas project, working at a soup kitchen, caring for the poor of campus, and in a myriad of other opportunities presented while they are here. It is this kind of awareness that students in our nation need. We need to be aware that we have these solutions to the problems of our world. There is no room for complacency. We need to be aware that we are no longer the hope for a better world, but rather the fulfillment of that hope. Through these reforms, students begin to follow the advice of Henry David Thoreau. Do what you love. Nod. Bury. Unearth it. And nod still. With these adjustments to our educational system, the final goal of education will be reached, and the future of our world will be prepared to help society progress. A better, more functional system of education will be in effect. My fellow classmates, together we can begin to change our educational system and the world. We have the power to plow the soil of America's garden and watch the fruit of education ripen across America. Once education seeks to be cohesive, encourages a free exchange of ideas, and helps students become fully aware of the world around them and their ability to change it, then anything is possible. We owe it to ourselves and future generations to fix our educational system. Our time is now. The world needs us now. We must act now. But do not be afraid to fail, because each of us is like a young bird learning to fly. You may fall once, or twice, or even 3 times, but eventually you will learn to soar. I wish you all good friends, good luck, and in the immortal words of the future author of the world's greatest math textbook, or as I like to call him, Mr. Owens. Ready, set, go.
I'd like to call upon the Kennedy Chairman of the Board of Directors.